4th and 1.
Aranda has been blitzing off the edge.
An eye backfield for the first time today. With Najee Harris the tail. He'll get the call. He'll get the first down. He might get the touchdown. He's down to the 1.
I mean, you talk about confidence. They ran right up the middle. Right behind 69. Oh, what a block by Leatherwood, number 70. And
KO the linebacker in there as the lead back.
Timeout LSU. They don't have the right group out there.
I don't know if they got a call.
Yep. Ed Orgeron ran all the way down to the 5. He hasn't ran that far. He hasn't run that far in years.
Or that fast.
Yes.
Wow, that's a fired up group. They're asking for more noise. Normally when you're on offense, we say quiet down. They're getting the crowd into it.
We heard the ticket was an expensive ticket. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It is worth it. They have had fun here in this second half. The defense stood up first. And then you know what else stood up? Najee Harris.
Right.
And then with the running game of Najee Harris, Tua seemed to find the confidence to be able to throw that ball. Remember, he's produced and he's had 1 drop touchdown in the second half as well.
First and goal. Career high for Najee Harris. He might add number 175 total yardage right here. Nope, they fake it to him. Tua tosses, intended for the tight end, incomplete.
Takes a lot of discipline on those play action passes near the goal line like that. Everybody does their job, got pressure in the quarterback. Good job inside by Jacob Phillips, number 6. Stays with the tight end, dealt it on the other play. Good discipline.
Tua sort of had double clutch a little bit, almost dropped the snap.
They don't do it that often, do they?
No. Second and goal.
Number 22 is getting the ball here, isn't he?
I would think.
I'm surprised he didn't get on the last one.
They've got every tight end they've got on the roster in there to help block, including Tennyson on a motion. Second and goal, Najee Harris. Touchdown, Alabama.
KO again, Tennyson, the tight end, but follow number 10, and you're in the end zone.
Extra point coming up. And good. The Najee Harris show in the second half. Spectacular. 78-yard drive, 9 plays. Najee, the final yard, it's 33-27. Tuscaloosa. What a finish we're in store for. 14:33 remaining. Jontre Kirkland and Clyde Edwards-Helaire await Bullivant's kick. Edwards-Helaire take the fair catch at the 4, and it brings it out to the 25-yard line for the LSU offense.
Brad, Mern and I were here for 2012. A&M had a 20-point lead. Alabama roared back to make it a 3-point game, but Manziel finished them off, ended up with a Heisman. Joe Burrow has to produce some offense.
If he finishes it off, it might be his year for the Heisman. From the 25, 1st and 10 Tigers. Play action, bootleg. Short throw to the tight end. Ross got it across the 30 to the 32.
This is where LSU's game experience this year, the Texas game, most specifically is going to pay off. But the Alabama team's been in a bunch of big games. These players have played in SEC championships and the playoffs. Both teams are going to rely on their experience here in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 3, Edwards-Helaire busts into the secondary. First down, LSU.
So the 2 quarterbacks come in here. The 6 receivers come in here. And who are the stars?
The 2 number 22s.
Not like I didn't warn you.
First down at the 44. Rose completes it somehow in there around the 50 to Jamar Chase. That was in some traffic.
Well, watch the Clydester here. You got to catch the ball, run with the ball, and block for your quarterback. Shaheem Carter's coming in free. He puts him upside down.
Ball right at the midfield stripe. 2 minutes into the fourth. 2nd down and 4. Burrow, calm throw to Edwards-Helaire. The spin's not going to work this time. Xavier McKinney stays home to make the tackle.
The most important part of modern-day football is tackling in space. And McKinney got that one.
You could read the lips. That fan just said, "Come on, Joe." 3rd down and 3. Burrow throws on a crossing route to Jefferson for the first down.
Well, they go with that stacked look. That's what Joe Brady brought from New Orleans. He goes out, stalls for a second, and then follows the receiver right behind him. He just gets in there and makes the play.
Burrow looking for more. Going deep. Man is there and incomplete, and he looks for a face mask. Jamar Chase doesn't get the call. Trayvon Diggs was covering.
This matchup's been there all day. Trayvon on the outside, matched up. It's got to be a perfect throw. It was not.
Empty backfield. 2nd and 10. At the 36 of Alabama.
Jennings is coming from different angles. He walks over, walks the other way. Don't know where he's coming from.
Burrow over the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Jamar Chase.
We showed you that time Jennings walked back and forth, and then it was a stunt. Enough time for the throw. Should have been caught. One of the few drop balls that LSU has dropped all season. The pressure is building in this game.
3rd and 10. The noise in here is deafening. Alabama coming. Burrow got rid of it. Shoestring catch by Helaire.
Holy cow. Jennings gets it on Burrow on this play. Gets rid of it just in time. And up the sideline. Burrow saw it coming. Knew he was going to take a hit. And he gets the first down conversion.
And then this guy on the other end caught the back end of the football. First down at the 25. Edwards-Helaire, 9 catches, by far a career high, 79 yards.
Quarterbacks, running backs, what a passionate football game we have here.
Now it's Edwards-Helaire on the ground.
You know what that conversion also did? Obviously keeps the touchdown alive.
Keeps the clock rolling. And
with a 6-point game makes the field goal an important 9-point game, field goal range.
2nd and 4. Edwards-Helaire, a little delay. McKinney wraps him up at the line of scrimmage.
This Nick Saban defense is moving up closer and closer, attacking more and more. Coming off one side was Jared Maiden, right into McKinney for the tackle.
Deculus, the right tackle, is the man down for LSU. We'll take a break. For today, and a 3rd down and 5 coming up, the 11th play of the drive, but the 2 number 22s. Wow, something special on both sides. Empty backfield for Joe Burrow. 3rd and 5.
Nick loves to play combo. You want to get him out of field goal range with a blitz? I think they're going to blitz here, don't they? No.
Here comes Lewis, and Burrow got away. Joe Burrow to the 5.
Called quarterback draw. What a call on the play. Give that to the 2 play callers, Steve Emsinger and Joe Brader. Quarterback draw on the play. They're in field goal range. We talked about they didn't want a sack.
And now they're thinking touchdown. Edwards-Helaire with a spin, and he'll have one. Touchdown, LSU.
I think there's too many men on the field as well for Alabama. They'll decline it, and that'll be a touchdown. Alabama tried a late sub.
Substitute was not able to get off the field in time. The penalties declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
Well, cool Joe Burrow and Edwards-Helaire maneuvered this team down the field, but he had to make somebody miss, and he did.
Xavier McKinney is the man that Edwards-Helaire spun out of the grasp.
Of course, LSU goes for 2 here now to try to make it a 14-point game. Some guys just don't feel it. Joe Burrow doesn't feel it. The crowd goes crazy. The lights go crazy. Alabama's going crazy. He just calmly leads them down the field.
Edwards-Helaire is over talking with one of the coaches.
Yeah, and we teed it up by saying, could he do a Manziel drive? I think that was a Manziel drive.
Where they want to place the ball for the 2-point conversion, they're going to place it at the left hash mark.
Well, that was what the situation was. What spot they wanted for the 2-point conversion. So left hash. 2-point attempt for the Tigers. Now they shift gears. Jefferson joins Burrow in the backfield. The tight end Moss comes over to the right. Edwards-Helaire to the left. Burrow to the goal line, incomplete, intended for Edwards-Helaire, and covering was Jared Maiden.
He did. He undercut it beautifully that time. There was only a very small window to get it in, and he did not.
What an answer, though, for the LSU Tigers. A 12-play drive and 75 yards covered. Joe Burrow got him to the 5. Edwards-Helaire got him in the end zone. 39-27 Tigers.
Stuff bother you. You just concentrate on your job. Heck, that's why he came here. He wanted to play in the SEC. He wanted to do this.
By the way, his 342 is his 7th 300-yard-plus game of this season. Avery Atkins to kick. And Alabama will take it at the 25-yard line. Let's take a look at the GMC game changer.
Well, we had a nice package of Edwards-Helaire. Why not do it for the other running back? They both caught the ball. This back shoulder throw and catch. The big man shows his athletic ability, and then watch him get up in this play right here. Chris Owens, the former center's in there as an extra tight end. He gets a big block and then into the touchdown. Now, down 12 points. 10 minutes to go as Najee has put 175. Still plenty of time. You don't want to go away from Najee Harris. That's when the offense started working. Doesn't mean you're going to run every play, but you don't eliminate the run game.
10 minutes is an eternity for these two offenses. Play action to Najee Harris. To Tagovailoa. Running out of time. Down he goes. Rashard Lawrence is the first guy to get there.
Yeah, but great coverage. It was actually good protection. The mental clock this time for Tua should have gone off. Give us, look at that protection. Nowhere to go with the ball. You got to get rid of the ball. Save us here, quarterback. Your veteran quarterback. We need 2nd and 10, not 2nd and 19.
Ruggs and Smith and Judy all to the right side. Tua's coming across the middle the other way, and it's dropped by Harris. Patrick Queen was covering, and Najee Harris was looking for a flag.
Well, remember, it was Patrick Queen who had the coverage on the Najee touchdown in the end zone. Harris won that one. Patrick wins this one. Good coverage.
Third down of a huge 19.
All 4 trackmen are on the field. Wide receivers, 4 of them in the game.
3 to the right and Devontae Smith to the left. Tagovailoa steps up in the pocket, throws across the middle, and he's got it in on the run. And it's Ruggs. First down.
And stepping up in the pocket allowed it to happen. Watch him move up. Plenty of room. Beautiful pocket. And Ruggs, the same play he hit earlier. Ruggs from the far wide side. It takes a while, so that offensive line allowed Tua to step up and convert a huge first down.
3rd and 19, they got 27, and now it's back to 22. Najee Harris to midfield. So we approach 8.5. Alabama going a little bit of tempo here. They can only go as fast as that right ankle will carry it.
Well, right now it's the left arm more than the right ankle.
There's the left arm in traffic, incomplete, intended for Ruggs. And Cordell Flott, the freshman who took over in that secondary when Kerry Vincent went down to an injury.
And Flott, an Alabama high school player, signs with LSU and makes a play, at least on this one. Did he have his arms all over him? Might have. Got away with it.
3rd and 1.
She does not agree.
Tagovailoa again under center, which is a rarity. Najee Harris behind him. Fakes it to him. Wants a long ball, and caught by Smith. With Stingley all over it.
I thought Queen was going to dislodge right there. No, it was actually Stevens, number 3, was going to knock Smith off his route. Stingley could not get there, and the great hands. Brad told you how Judy said he's got the best hands. He showed it.
And the 28, Najee Harris up the middle, inside the 25. The wide receiver comparison we showed you on the season earlier today. Now we'll show you what's going on today. Still yes, tracking pretty even, aren't they?
Pretty even. And Tua's gone over 300 yards now as well.
311, 342 for LSU.
But a performance by Tua. Started off slow, a little rusty. He's limping a little bit, but he's still in there.
Down, 7.5 to play. Gonna have to hustle to get the playoff. Just did. Tagovailoa in trouble. Got away from the first guy. Throws too deep over the head of Ruggs.
I'll tell you, it's hand-to-hand combat right now. Both teams, both secondaries are playing man-to-man. Two ahead to maneuver, get away from chase on. Good footwork. Throw just a bit high, though.
Another third down. Drama building for the fans. 3rd and 6.
Field goal means nothing here.
The tight end in motion. And it's Najee Harris on the ground. And he only got about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, that's because they were going to go for it on 4th down. Field goal would only make it a 9-point game. They're going for it.
So now an all-important again, 4th down. They picked up the last one.
Can the LSU defense finish this off? They had them 3rd and 19.
Fourth and 4 for the Tide. They need to get to the 18-yard line. Judy in motion. They're going to have to take a timeout.
Boy, and it looked like the LSU defense was confused. Jacoby Stevens was pointing to everybody, stomping his foot. If Alabama could have snapped it, they'd have had an advantage.
Here's what Gary's talking about.
Yeah, watch Jacoby Stevens. He's talking to everybody. He just keeps doing it the whole time. He's turning around. He yells again. Can't get it. Both sides can't get the call.
Right.
Alabama takes a timeout.
And Nick's the one that took it on the sideline. Coach Saban with a timeout call. Coach Orgeron and away, guys. But it's still 4th and 4. Plays don't get much bigger than this one.
Now.
To throw. Got it to Devontae Smith. First down around the 14.
Hey, what do you do? When you're in a situation, when you have a big play, don't think plays, think players. And they went to their reliable player who schools Stingley at the line of scrimmage. He beat him in the first yard of the route. Stingley's got no one to complain to on that one. He had his eyes on him, but the veteran Deontay Smith beat him at the line of scrimmage.
Man down. Might be good. Jacoby Stevens, I think. We'll check on that when we come back. What a football game. Jacoby Stevens was the guy shaking up on that last play on the tackle on Devontae Smith. Seemed to be holding his neck area. And they're down a couple of safeties.
They are. Looks like Cameron Lewis is going to have to come in for him, a substitute, maybe a 5th safety.
Penn State lost today. The winner of this one, I don't care if Ohio State won by 100 points. I would think if LSU beats Alabama, they're #1 next week. Georgia playing Missouri tonight. And on this drive, the 11th play of it, Alabama's picked up 3rd and 19 and 4th and 4. And now going to swing it out to Jalen Waddle inside the 5.
Well, they got the whole package right here. Steve Sarkisian is bringing it all right now. Put the man in motion, stop him, and then go out. Quick throw. It's almost like a running play to the outside. Put your fastest player on the edge.
Pylon Cam as he's coming right at you.
Stevens back in the game, number 3.
They can actually get a first down without scoring. 2nd down and 2. The first down marker is at the 3. The ball's at the 5. Tagovailoa wanted to go to Waddle. Now comes back the other way. The ball's tipped and incomplete. It's intended for Harris. Rashard Lawrence for the second time today swats one away.
That was coverage. You said it. He wanted to go to the right side of the field. He wanted to go to the waddle. But LSU bumps out. Ball is covered. Can't get it. And Najee Harris says, I could have scored if that ball wasn't tipped.
But it was.
Big number 90. You know, you do wonder right there with a healthy Tua, would he have just taken that ball and gone right up in the middle? I think that's the first time in this game, I think, you know, the old Tua would have gone right to the end zone.
Third down and 2. Najee Harris switched sides of his quarterback. Play action slant, dropped. Judy had a hand on it. Cameron Lewis was there defensively. It's fourth down again.
Just remember the significance. Every play takes more time off the clock because Alabama has to score twice. He's got it. Judy could have had it. And you're expecting your guy, that guy especially, to make this play. That's a big-time drop.
Yep. Well, as I said, they picked up a 4th and 4. It's a fingernail biter, 4th and 2.
Remember, could it be LSU, third time a charm, 3rd and 19, 4th and 4, now 4th and 2. Will Alabama make them all?
Tagovailoa pumps once, goes to the corner. Got it this time. Touchdown, Alabama.
And you put the Biletnikoff returning winner against the new man on the field, Cameron Lewis. The substituted safety against one of the best route runners we have in college football, and he catches this one.
Bulovas in for the point after. Up and good. Jerry Jeudy had one slip through his fingers in the end zone, but not the next one. 75 yards in 14 plays. The capper for the 5-yard touchdown. Tagovailoa to Jerry Jeudy. 5.5 to go.
I'm off to college. I'm worried about my parents' retirement.
Don't worry.
Voya helps them to and through retirement.
Dealing with today's expenses while helping plan, invest, and protect for the future.
So they'll be okay?
I think they'll be fine. Voya, helping you to
and through
retirement.
And the kick is no good!
Shut up, guys. Everything's gonna be okay. You guys remember how to tap? Tap, right? You guys are ready to order Outback through DoorDash.
Yeah! Outback Steakhouse, now available on DoorDash.
I'm gonna need some help getting up.
So, what are we watching?
Never boring, is it?
Nope.
Your Thursday was wide open, but not anymore.
Thursday, it's your night in on CBS.
Alabama has had 4 possessions this half. The first possession was a punt. The last 3 have been touchdowns. And now they're within a score of the Tigers. Bulovas to kick off. And he'll kick it away. And immediately fair catch signal comes up from Edwards-Helaire.
The whole game, it's been the same thing. Don't you have the feel with the last 3 touchdowns by Alabama that Joe Burrow has experience? It's going to have to do something like he did against Texas when he hit Justin Jefferson to ice the game. Can he do it again? Because they've got the feeling here now, if you give the ball back to Alabama, they're going to score again.
And can you beat a 4th top 10 team in a single season so far? They're 5.5 minutes from it, but it's only a 5-point game now. Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield. Burrow's going to throw across the middle on the fly. He's got Jamar Chase. Chase all the way into Alabama territory in one play.
How sneaky was that play? A fake quarterback draw by the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He sneaks up in the pocket like it's a quarterback draw. Watch this. And as he goes forward, he just says, I'm going to throw it. That is tricky.
It sure is. And effective. 29-yard pickup right back into Alabama territory for the Tigers at the Tide 46. 5 minutes to go.
Always got to get this thing under 5 seconds when you snap the ball now.
Here comes a blitz. Burrow steps away and got dropped at the 50. Didn't get away from Xavier McKinney.
Well, what a game Xavier McKinney has having. Tackling in space, coverage, blitzing off the edge. He has been in the backfield all day. Free shot that time. A well-designed blitz by the Alabama defensive staff, and he gets a free shot at Joe Burrow.
And it brings up second down and 14 back at the midfield stripe.
5 sacks today, 5 sacks a year ago in this game.
Burrow fires across the middle, and it's caught.
It's the middle of the field. If you have a pass offense that is willing to attack the middle of the field, there's going to be holes. A lot of colleges won't do it. Come out, stem to the outside. Justin Jefferson almost dropped that thing, but another first down.
So it was a 29-yard pass to Chase, 17 more right there to Jefferson. And now they're camped inside the Alabama 35 for the first down. And down to 3.5 minutes to go.
Take your time, get it to 5 seconds. They do.
Edwards-Helaire inside. Lewis made the tackle. He was coming with the pressure and dropped back and got a nice tackle on Edwards-Helaire.
The weapon. It's not all your quarterback. When you've got one of those guys, Najee Harris or Edwards-Helaire, you can always run that ball. One more first down, and Alabama's going to have to start using their 2 timeouts.
That last home loss 4 years ago, 31 straight since. In jeopardy, definitely, with under 3 to go. Again, as Gary said, under 5 on the play clock. Burrow, quick throw out to his tight end Moss. And Moss fights his way to the 25. Alabama with 2 timeouts remaining. 3rd down and 2.
Field goal makes it an 8-point game, but they don't want a field goal.
And Burrow keeps it. Joe Burrow might be a Heisman moment right there if he hasn't produced enough of them.
And this was a read all the way. The zone read, and he keeps it. You run, you run, you run. You see the crashing end, and he just keeps it.
An 18-yard pickup.
No hurry here if you're LSU. No hurry.
First and goal at the 7.
After this play, Alabama will use their timeout if they don't score, that is, LSU.
Edwards-Helaire. They will score. Touchdown.
Right at the end, tried to go to rip the ball out. And that's why Edwards-Helaire was able to break the tackle. Watch this, a straight arm, and then he goes for the rip out and not the tackle. What an answer, what a drive. He did it again, yes, he did it against Texas. And we questioned, would LSU finish? Yes, they have.
Cade York's extra point is good.
Now LSU has to understand the game. It's Alabama's got to go for a quick touchdown and an onside kick. It's the only way they can get in the game.
Joe Burrow, that shows the fire the leader. As Gary said, even the defense feeds off this dude.
And remember the first play of the drive. That fake quarterback draw nifty play, that was one of the coolest plays. And you get the feeling that Steve Emsinger saved it for the big drive and then give the ball to this guy.
Edwards-Helaire.
Yep.
What a show he's put on. One of the shortest guys on the field, but one of the tallest right now. And that's the reaction from the Tides head coach. Joe Burrow's feeling it right now. 97 seconds between a huge win. This is what this guy's all about.
Absolutely. Even John Robinson, the old LA Rams coach, can appreciate that, right? The gray-haired older guy, that was who was hugging Joe Burrow. He said, I've been in a long time. I know good, and you're good.
Edwards-Helaire emotional on the sideline, and as well he should be.
He was always overlooked. He was never the big recruit. He wasn't Najee Harris.
Right. His
stature made him earn every snap, every rep, and in this big game, he has come through.
Henry Ruggs will take it at the 1. They can't get any room for him, and he only comes out around the 14. Coming up after our game, Adam, Rook, and BJ will have scores and highlights of the college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage. Well, here you go. 1:31 to go. Most in series history that dates back to 1895. This 84th edition has been a dandy.
I remember when Russell Wilson went to Wisconsin, I said, why would you go to Wisconsin if you're a quarterback? And then when Joe Burrow chose LSU, I go, really? Quarterbacks go there and die. Not Joe Burrow. He changed it along with his head coach, and we'll get into that in a second.
Meanwhile, Tua Tagovailoa going deep on his first throw to Smith. Devontae Smith, he's gone! Touchdown, Alabama! It ain't over.
I was just about to say LSU just needs to keep everything in front of them. So what do? Bump and run to the outside? I don't quite understand. All you have to do is keep the receiver in front of you, let him have 10, 12 yards, and you go bump and run and allow that guy to throw to his favorite receiver. Remember, 2nd and 26. Same guy. A little longer this time.
Extra point is good. This is something else. Alabama has scored the last 4 times, touchdowns the last 4 possessions. That one took 16 seconds.
I just questioned the defensive call by Dave Aranda there. Come on. You got a young player to the outside. You've got to protect him. You got to drop 8 people and force Alabama to at least take 5 plays down the field.
.418 yards passing for Tua Tagovailoa and 4 touchdowns. And this is not your game of the century from 8 years ago, is it?
Here we go. They're not kicking this one deep, I'll tell you that.
Bulovas has it teed up as he'll kick it sideways to the right and the top of the screen. Takes a pretty good hop, but it's handled by Justin Jefferson.
Nice catch, right?
One of his best of the day.
Yes, it was. Beautiful execution of the onside kick. If Alabama gets a 3-and-out and stops refs using their timeouts, there will be roughly 20 seconds left in the game.
Justin Jefferson.
And the last drive only took 16 seconds.
Right. Let's check the quarterback stats, should we? How about this? 392 and 3, 418 and 4. 59 yards on the ground is a big thing for Joe Burrow, especially on that last drive. Edwards-Helaire dragging Alabama tacklers with him. First down.
That's the game. They can take a knee now.
How good has this guy been today?
Everybody's still trying to rip the ball loose and not tackle the runner. McKinney is trying to rip it loose. Maiden's trying to rip it loose. First down, Kane. Now Alabama showed some grit here, and I got to tell you, they're going to be in the discussion still. Their schedule's soft. I get it, okay? But this team can play with anybody, can score on anybody. This is an interesting situation. It's going to end up this year, right?
So now the discussion is going to be kind of one-loss SEC team that doesn't make the SEC championship.
Again.
Make it to the college football playoff.
Potentially Oregon winning a championship, Oklahoma winning a championship in it.
With a loss today for Alabama, there's some of the things that Jerry Palm, our analyst at CBS Sports, predicts would have to happen.
I do know this. Whenever Ohio State or Alabama's in the discussion at the end, it's interesting. Those two schools produce a lot of talk.
We knew that number 2 LSU, which was considered number 1 by one of the polls, Alabama was number 1 in another poll. In the College Football Selection Committee college football ranking poll, at Ohio State number 1. So we came into the day with a difference of opinion in the eyes of many as to who was number 1 in the country. I don't know how you don't say, with LSU's resume, with a 4th win over a top 10 team, that they're not the best around.
Absolutely. The committee will reward them coming here to win this game on this field. And I said for Ed Orgeron, his vision was, and he knew that he had to go with this program through Alabama. And a new era of LSU football didn't start until they beat Alabama.
He said, we're coming. They came in today and got the job done.
He measured everything against Alabama. He knew there was no way to sneak around them. They had to go through him.
He told his team, as we said earlier, I told them all week, we're the better team. Today, they were. Biggest win for Ed Orgeron. The biggest win for Joe Burrow.
What a courageous game for Tua as well, right?
Yep.
I mean, what a lot of great competition on this field.
He does not have to hang his head as he limps toward the locker room after another 4-touchdown performance.
Nothing but respect for that man.
He played his heart out, and today that guy and his team was just a little bit better. The winning coach is with Jamie.
Coach, it took 8 years, and you knew this one was going to take 60 minutes. We know what it was like to watch, but what was this one like to coach?
You know what? It's a great game to be in, a great rivalry. I am so happy for the state of Louisiana and all the LSU fans and our football team and our coaching staff. They worked very hard for this victory. It's a much-deserved victory for our football team and our great state of Louisiana and our great university in LSU.
Joe Burrow has changed the way this team runs its offense. What does this do for his legacy as an LSU quarterback?
Hey, you know, he's one of the best we've had here. But we still got 4 games left, and we're going down the road. We're going to try to win them every game, and we're going to bring a championship back to Louisiana.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire carried that Alabama group just now for the first down. How did that embody the toughness today?
You know, Clyde is 6'4", 270, and he has a great mindset about himself. He has the heart of a champion. I am so proud of Clyde.
Where can this team go from here, Coach?
We'll see. We've got to go beat Ole Miss next week. We'll take it one game at a time.
Congratulations.
Go Tigers.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is right here. I'll grab him. Coach just said you're 6'4", 270. Is that how big your heart is in a game like today?
I feel like my heart can't be measured. You know, growing up. I love that guy.
Joe, you can hang here too.
Yeah, come on. I mean, I feel like my heart can't be measured. You know, always a lot of doubt as far as us as a team, us as a state, and, you know, me personally, myself, I've always been talked down on height, everything else. So, you know, being able to help my boys out, get a win for my team and my state, man, it's something unbelievable.
Baton Rouge kid, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Joe, I'll talk with you. Is this why you come and play in the SEC?
This is why I decided to transfer. This is why I decided to come down here and play with this guy and all those guys over there. You know, these are the games you live for and you work so hard for.
You hit a lot of speed bumps along the way, not just at LSU. When you envisioned your life and your football career turning out this way, is this what you dreamed of?
You know, I thought I would be on this stage. I didn't think I would be in this jersey, though. You know, it's been a bumpy road. It's been a long one, but I couldn't be in a better place.
They call a draw play for you at the end there. You get the first down, you stand up. Was that your Heisman moment?
I don't know about all that. You know, we're not done yet. It's game 9. We got 3 more regular seasons and the SEC championship. So, you know, this was never our goal. You know, we got bigger goals than this.
How good does this feel, you two?
Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. I can't wait to get back home.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Great job, Jamie.
Both of those guys tell a great story. Don't let anybody else define you.
Yep.
Joe had to transfer. Edward Delaire started out. Nobody believed him. You determine who you are.
In that interview with Coach Orgeron, you could tell by the catch in that raspy voice and the tear in his eye.
He was so
this
emotional.
means a lot. And the 2 guys with the bad ankles coming in both played their hearts out today. And as Gary said, nothing but respect. So, the West, it's not won yet, but LSU takes a giant step in that direction at 5-0 and 9-0 overall, and Alabama loses for the first time in 32 games at home. And that's time for the play of the game, presented by Jersey Mike's Subs. As Jamie asked, was it your Heisman moment? Joe said, I don't know about all of that. But that 18-yard run certainly set it up. This is how Chris Blair called it for the LSU Radio Network.
Burrow lines him up. Here's a quick snap. Burrow keeping off the left edge with room inside the 20, 15, 10, slugged down at the 6-yard line of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
And that got it close enough for Edwards-Helaire to do the rest. And the final touchdown. And what a special game it was. We called it coming in the game of the year. Did it live up to the billing? I think so. That's going to wrap it up from Tuscaloosa. LSU wins 46-41. It's been fun. Thanks for being with us. For Gary Danielson and Jamie Erdahl, Brad Nessler saying so long from Tuscaloosa. Final score, Tigers 46, Tide 41. College football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage is up next after these messages. A classic in Tuscaloosa. Good night.